Today, let's dive deep into the world of conspiracies.
Let's talk about everything that happens behind the scenes.
Should you believe in these conspiracies?
Wait, do we believe in these theories?
All that and more on this week's episode of Young and Curious.
With me, Raneem of Class.
And me, Mustafa. By the way, today's episode is going to be all about conspiracy theories. All about conspiracy theories. So we're going to be diving deep into conspiracy theories. This is a podcast episode. We're going to be giving you guys the inside scoop behind the scenes.
Everything. You guys are going to get everything.
We have some really good ones for you guys to
and
listen to.
We're not going to sugarcoat anything. It's all going to be straight
up.
up.
Uncensored, 100%. You guys are getting unfiltered, raw conspiracies.
Unfiltered.
So let me give you guys a story time before we jump in. I first started making money on TikTok a while ago. You know, people would start paying me to make videos. First of all, when I found out that you could make money from TikTok, woo! That blew my mind. I was like, people will pay you for a post? People will pay
you to talk?
So, you know, when I found out that people would pay me, literally pay me to post a video or a picture on Instagram or like something on my story, I was like, oh my God, like I can make a living from this. But, you know, I didn't have a Venmo account or a PayPal because, you know, I'm still a kid. I'm still 16.
He was a little child.
You know, still am. But yeah, so I go to my sister. I'm like, hey, this company reached out. They want to give me blank amount of dollars for this video, but I don't have a PayPal. They need my PayPal. Can I use yours? She's like, yeah, whatever. So I give them her PayPal. They transfer the money. Mind you, me and this company had a lot of problems. They were trying to sue me. It was a whole thing. We'll get into that later. They tried suing me. It was
that's a whole other episode.
Yeah, they were trying to sue me for this, and it was a whole mess. Please, if you're, you know, an upcoming video creator, / influencer, / something with social media, please have somebody with you. Have somebody with you. Have someone scary. It's so scary. These companies will scam you guys. They will scam you.
Have a manager.
Yeah, something. But anyways, you know, I get my sister's PayPal.
Now I understand. I understand the whole manager thing. Like
manager,
dadager, whatever. I understand.
So, you know, I get my sister's PayPal. They put the money in there. And, you know, the next day I'm planning on buying a new phone because, you know, I had the money and I just could not stay in my phone. It was horrible condition. I told my sister, give me the money, you know, transfer it into my credit card account. Like, it's, you know, it takes 1, 2, 3 seconds. Transfer it. She wouldn't do it. I'm like, hurry. She's like, I'll do it when I want to. And again, mind you, it's not like my sister was stealing my money or anything. She was just being annoying. She was just being lazy. Like, she didn't want to do it. Yeah, she's just being a sister. She's like, I'll do it on my own time. She's like, if you're going to have an attitude, whatever. I'm like, girl, I do not have time to play these games with you. You're wasting my time. Again, my biggest pet peeve. You're wasting my time. You're stringing me along. It's my money. You know, I trusted you to put it in your account. I trusted you to give it to me right away. Why are you taking so long? It's been 2 weeks. Give me my money. I want to buy my new phone. Nothing. And so I literally had to throw an entire tantrum. Literally had to scream at her so she could give me my own money in my bank account. Literally had to scream at her. I was like, just give me my money.
Like, girl, give me my bag.
Bitch, better have my money. Literally, like, it was that. So, you know, that's why I hate siblings and hate being stringed along. I hate being my time wasted. But anyways.
Hamish is very like, let me get this done.
Right. And I feel like that's what made me such a hard worker, honestly. But anyways, into today's episode.
Yeah, we got off track for a little bit there.
Yeah, we got off track. Okay, so today we're talking about conspiracies. We're getting into it, y'all. Let me just tell you one thing. These conspiracies are juicy. I've never heard of any of these before, especially the ones that I'm going to be telling you guys about, like when I was researching them. The fact that people like put those two, those together.
People are so creative with these, and I'm just like the more.
I know. I'll give you that. You know, you don't have to believe in conspiracies.
No, the more I'm reading them, the more like I'm just like, oh, like I never really thought about that. Like, what the heck? Like, that could be true.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so let me just dive into my first conspiracy, you guys. I love this one. I personally, out of a scale of 1 to 10 from, myth to truth, I would give it a good 0 because I don't really believe in it. I'm being serious, but it was just a really good, juicy one. So, you know, remind you, these are all conspiracies. You know, we are not bashing any company, corporation, state.
When we were like thinking about conspiracy, we're like, we're gonna get sued by this company, this company.
I'm going to be talking about the state of Alaska. So I was telling
get
Raneem,
sued by Alaska.
get sued by Alaska, our first episode. So let me just dive right into it. Some people believe that a research facility in Alaska is a mind control lab.
That's just insane. I'm sorry.
A mind control lab.
I just want to know what goes through someone's mind when they're like, oh, mind control. Like they're like,
yeah, literally.
Bye. Out of all places, Alaska.
Yeah, I know, but I'll get into that. So basically, this facility is located specifically in the Alaskan mountains. So it's not in like the city. I mean, I don't know how many cities are in Alaska, but it's in a rural area. You know, the formal name of this facility is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. We're gonna call it HARP for short, because girl, I ain't got time for all that.
I don't know. That just takes up like the whole entire podcast.
Let's not do that. So basically, the HARP facility basically has these rumors for years and years and years of people just being like, you know, there's something behind that facility, like you guys are controlling people's minds. And the other rumor was that it could also control the weather. People were blaming it for everything from earthquakes, the destruction of the space shuttle Columbia. Like people were putting a lot of blame. Yeah, a lot of blame went on this facility. Even a professional wrestler known as Jess Ventura questioned whether the HARP facility could actually be used for mind control. And she literally was a professional wrestler. Like she had a career. And so did the Minnesota governor. The governor of Minnesota, he was like, yeah, there's something fishy going on there. So it's not like some rando whack job living in his grandma's basement that's like, no, there's something fishy. No, it was the governor of Minnesota, an elected official.
Not the governor, like
the governor of Minnesota, elected official.
That's insane.
Yeah. So let me get into this. You know that Ventura girl I was telling you about, the Jess Ventura girl?
Mm-hmm.
She says this, quote unquote, this thing can knock planes out of the air. It can control the weather, and it's a very dangerous weapon. So she's convinced that this is like this, you know, weapon that's going to be used against people. It's controlling people's minds. It's used for weather, like to control the weather. I mean, she's in this conspiracy. She is like, oh my God, this is real. Like she has no doubt. She believed it was so real. Like, she was so convinced that this conspiracy was 100%.
Girl!
That she literally went to the front doors of the HARP facility. She in Alaska.
Like, she really
believed. She was so into it. So she was one of those people that were also very active on Reddit with it. You know how that's where a lot of the conspiracies are coming from. She was very active with it. She was reading into it, going into a rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. It is the definition of a rabbit hole. Once you start reading, you just keep going and going and going. But anyway, she shows up, Raneem, at the gates of the HARP facility. The gates. Imagine the gates, girl.
She wanted to confront.
Mind you, this is not a cute little building, a cute little shop. This is a massive 33-acre massive scientific research facility. It has 180 large antennas sprawling over 33 acres.
This girl.
It is a huge. Mind you, and it's in a very remote location, and it's also in a joint project with like bigger, you know, agencies like the U.S. Air Force, the Navy, the Defense, the DARPA, you know, the Defense Advanced Research. So it's in, you know, it's working with the military. So obviously people are going to be already sus because, you know, it's working with the gov, it's working with the mill, it's working with the government.
Working with everyone.
So yeah, it's working. So people are like, okay, it's basically a recipe for disaster. You got, you know, big machines and big weapons, and you're in a remote location in Alaska, and you work with the Navy. Okay, girl, something's fishy. Something's going on. So she shows up to the gates.
There's something doesn't smell right.
Yeah, so something definitely wasn't right. So she shows up to the gates. She's like, I know what's going on. I'm gonna prove you guys wrong. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. She starts protesting, marching. Let me in. Let me in. Girl, they are not gonna let you in.
She wants to know.
Right, she wants to know. Jess Ventura, girl. Jess Ventura. Mind you, this is back in 2009. So, you know.
Who is she? Who is she? Say her name.
Yeah, Jess Ventura, girl. You get all that free promo today. And what? And what's good?
Girl, wait, come on.
So, you know, she shows us to the gates, and she's like, let me in. Like, I want to go inside. Like, if you don't have anything to hide, then open the gates. Like, I want to see what's inside. If you really don't have anything to hide. I mean, really, I get it. Like, I get what she's saying. Like, okay, you don't have... But at the same time, this is an official government agency. They're not, like... You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just going to show up to the FBI building and be like...
Like, this isn't some Kroger...
Right. Like, if I just go to the FBI building and I'm like, you guys are hiding something, open the door if you're not hiding anything. They're going to be like, girl, get out. Like, we got work to do. Like, get the fuck out.
Like... Girl, who are you?
So they say, Jess, girl, Miss Ventura, get the fuck out. Get out. Get your ass out of here.
Does she leave?
She left. She was rejected.
Oh, she actually left.
I mean, yeah, she had no choice. She had to leave. So she actually ends up leaving. But this caused such a stir, like it caused such a problem that they had to, and listen to this, they had to literally make an open house to let conspiracy theorists in to the heart facility.
Oh my god.
So that they could actually see that there was nothing going on behind the scenes. Do you believe that?
They really had a whole open house.
An open house for the heart facility.
Oh my god.
A literal research facility.
All because of this girl.
Jess Ventura, girl. She opened the gates, literally. But even she didn't open the gates, but she opened the gates. Like
she's a whole queen. She's a whole queen.
Don't give her too much hype because she was a little bit of a
She did a whole movement.
She's cuckoo in the head, girl. So
Okay, but
Jess Ventura, if you're listening, girl, no hate. They had the open house. People went in, people went out. Obviously, they didn't see anything. People were like, "Oh, you guys probably hid everything or whatever." You know how conspiracy theorists are going to get. They're not going to be easy to fool.
Like they know what they want.
Yeah,
like,
they know what they're looking for, and so they didn't sign anything that was scary or like that was out of the pocket. So everyone went home. The open house was like whatever, but people started posting on Reddit. They were like, "Well, I noticed this." And I noticed that, and I noticed that the door was open 40 degrees to the left, and I noticed that the air vent was blowing wind.
God.
So you know how conspiracy they're going to get. They're going to take the smallest thing.
Think about conspiracy theories. They're so good at like observing.
Yeah. So yeah. They're very quick too. Like they jump on it. So they notice that everything is just really like weird around the facility. Like, okay, listen. I will give it to like I know that this is very inappropriate to show up to a government agency and just be like, open your doors. I want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you saw pictures of this place, Raneem, it's spooky.
I kind of want to see now.
I can send you them, or you can just look it up. But it's spooky. It's called the Heart Facility, girl. When I tell you, it is spooky. Listen, it's in the Alaskan mountains. It's in this very remote area. It has huge antennas. It's like a diabolical like scientific research lab. Obviously, people are gonna raise a red eye.
How are people like willing to go in there?
I know, but some people are like the best for humanity. I'm doing it for humanity. Girl, sit down.
God.
Jess Ventura, girl, go back to wrestling.
I don't want you to go there. Like, I know. I didn't ask.
Not on my behalf, girl. Because if you die on my behalf, not my conscience. Not today. Not today, Jess.
Bye.
Not today, Jess.
Not today. Not today, Jess.
That is a very, very short, very concise tea about the
What part of humanity?
No, because not us, girl. Not here, no. In Yeehaw land.
Because over here on this podcast,
we chilling. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I think that was just so crazy. The fact that it escalated from like something going on to this girl literally going there to them having to do an open house. It was just so many things that led to this.
That's just like it baffles me that they really were like, okay, y'all want the tea? Like, here's the fucking tea.
Yeah, they're like, because they were getting sick of it. Because girl, this wasn't just a few months, a few days. This was years and years of people being like, there's something going on. There's like, imagine you have a restaurant. People are like, you have a pizzeria, and people are like, she puts pee in her pizza. Everyone's like, ew, what? I'm not going there. I'm not going to help them. I'm not going to fund them. I'm not going to give them my money. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to support them in any way, shape, or form. So you're like, okay, come to my kitchen. Look at my kitchen. Come see in my kitchen if I got pee back here, y'all. I do not got pee in my pizza. Stop telling people that. She does, you guys. She does.
That's
not joking.
All right.
But yeah, so literally, like that's a bad analogy, but you guys get the idea. Like they were getting sick of people pointing fingers. So these are scientists who have a lot of work to do. The last thing they need is bad publicity of people being like, "You're hiding something." Like, girl, we're just trying to do our job. Honestly,
it's like imagine someone coming to the place you work and it's like, girl, I know the truth. Yeah. Like, just tell me.
It's hard to believe, too, the fact that people would, like, believe that, God knows how many employees work there. If there was really something going on behind the scenes, damn well one of those employees is going home telling their parents, telling their wife, telling their kids.
Damn well that there's going to be a mole.
Yeah, or not even a mole, just like somebody got to spill a tea to their best friend and be like, hey, I was at work today, and this antenna, it can control people's minds, so it's really good. And she going to go on TikTok, and she going to be like, my best friend works at this mind control lab. Like, you know how the world, like, secrets get around. So it's hard to believe that, that this would say top secret. But anyways, this is all about Mattress Firm. Now, mind you, we're not coming from Mattress Firm. Don't sue us. We love. So a lot of you guys have been asking me to name what we use to film and edit our podcast, and the answer is Anchor. I'm not even joking though. Anchor is literally the easiest way to make a podcast, and it's completely free. There are creation tools on the app that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or even your computer. It'll even distribute your podcast for you, meaning you don't have to worry about the distribution process. They'll put it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other streaming platforms where you can start earning money with your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Love you,
girl. We love you. I think I got my mattress from you, but like
right. So don't get too mad, Mattress Firm. We love you. Lots of love.
We're sending you love, happiness. We're sending you everything.
Prosperity 2021. No. So a lot of people believe that Mattress Firm is actually a money laundering business.
Not the mattress is selling drugs.
This one, on a scale from being 100% true to being a myth, I believe it to be a 5 out of 10, because it sounds like it could really be real, honestly. So here's what happened. In 2018, a Reddit user brought attention to the fact that there were so many Mattress Firms. You guys, I'm not saying like a few cute 3 stores every city. Think about it like this. There are 6,000 Wendy's in America. Think about that. You know how many Wendy's there are? Girl, everywhere I drive, there's a Wendy's. It's right next to McDonald's everywhere.
But they're never right Wendy's next to each other.
No, yeah, right. 6,000 Wendy's. In the U.S., there are 3,500. That's 3,500 Mattress Firms.
And that's a lot of Mattress Firms. Like I don't think everybody's gonna be going to buy a Mattress Firm.
That's the next. That brings me to my next point. A lot of people are like, "Why is there such a high demand for mattresses?" Girl, I switch out my mattress once every 10 years, if that. And on top of that, it's like you never need more than one store in like a city, or like one store every few miles. But there was this picture that went viral on Reddit. And it was a picture of 4 Mattress Firms in one intersection. It was one intersection. Girl, I'm talking like 100 feet away from each other. 4 of them. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 4.
Like, some people might be like, okay, no, girl, that's crazy. Like, mattresses.
That's insane.
Like, who's gonna be going? And it's the same company, right?
Yeah. And on top of that, it was going viral on Reddit, right? There was this huge Reddit thread that was going viral. Yeah. There were people sharing thousands of photos of Mattress Firms all over the U.S. that were less than half a mile away from each other.
So this isn't just one place?
No, this is everywhere. That one intersection is just the one picture that went very, very viral, but people were sharing other pictures of Mattress Firms all over the country, less than half a mile. Insane. Half a mile. You could walk to the next door. So, people are like, okay, what is going on? Like, you have 3,500 stores. They're less than half a mile away from each other in some places. They're so densely packed. So people are like, okay, wait, why do multiple stores mean that it's shut? Like, they're getting money laundering. Like, what does that have to do with money laundering, though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can money launder with 2 stores. Because multiple stores equal more places to shuffle money between sources. And, fake money can appear. So the whole money laundering thing is, you put money in, fake money appears so that it replaces that missing money. And it makes it look like all that money was made from the actual Mattress Firm store. And it wasn't, drugs or anything. But no. It was just cleaned out. That's what it's called. It's called being cleaned out or washed.
If you have ever watched Good Girls, I think it is.
And Prison Break. Prison Break is really good. Or Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad has a lot of money laundering in it. But yeah, so it's called washing the money, or like something like that is the phrase.
It's called washing.
Washing, yeah. So it's like washing. And basically, the more places you have, the more stores, it's easier to shuffle money and make it look like you're actually making that money rather than just putting it in there.
And just making it look easier, like
it makes it a little less sus. No one's gonna question you making $1 million from 3,500 stores, right?
Like, no one's gonna be like, why the hell is this Mattress Firm making so much money? Like, girl, it's because people want mattresses. Like, 2 people are trying to sleep.
And then on top of that, people are like, okay, why are they so close together? Like, okay, there's a bunch of stores, whatever. Like, okay, there's 3,500 stores. It's cute. Why are they so close? It does not make sense. Why are they so close? Like, what is that doing? If anything, that's making it more suspicious. Because them being closer together is cheaper for them. Land is cheap in that area. So they know that if I buy a store here and it's this much, the next door, the rent is going to be the same. So they don't have to spend as much. Mind you, money laundering is all about saving money, washing that money, and keeping it. Like, that's what it's about.
It's just people trying to get that bag.
Right. Not in a good way, but, they get in the bag either way.
I mean, if it's bag, it's bag.
It's bag. I mean, you can share with us, and we won't complain, Mattress Firm.
If you guys want to share, we might take this part out of the video, out of the podcast.
And this video is sponsored. No, I'm joking. It's not. I'm just not sponsored.
Sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Could be. Oh, no, I'm joking. Okay.
Next episode, sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Just the podcast disappears. Like, we just never heard about it again. Okay. So people are like, okay, why are they so close together? Because land is cheap in that area. So, Mattress Firm knows. And they only need to, if they want to do something, very dodgy or something very sketchy, they only need to bribe one council member, in the local area. Those representatives, they have access to them. They don't need to be, lobbying more politicians. It's just like one person. It's like right there. And it's easier to share assets between sites. It's easier to just share money and resources and transportation. All that. Their places are so close. The land is so cheap. You know what I mean? It's to their advantage. A lot of businesses don't require their business stores to be that close. Actually, some stores have limits on how close their stores can be. So, for example, like if you open a Cricket store, there's no Cricket stores allowed to open for a mile or 3 mile, 5 mile radius just to protect competition and keep it alive.
And so, it just makes more sense.
Yeah, so it's weird that they open it close together. That's what was scaring people, because a lot of stores don't open close to each other because then you're just competing with yourself. You know what I mean? If there's two Crickets right next to each other. So people are like, okay, they obviously don't care about competition. Like, there's something sketchy going on. So that's why people are like, okay, something's going on. So after this conspiracy was going on and, all this stuff and whatever, was leading up to this, towards the end of last year, Steinhoff, which was, the guy that is involved with Mattress Firm, the stock price tanked by 62% in one day, wiping out $15 billion of its value. Just
girl, right, and
they blamed it on.
That's a lot of money.
This is what they blamed it on: accounting regularities. So they're just trying to cover it up. Like, people are like, "Okay, you just lost $15 billion," and they blamed it on accounting irregularities. Meaning like their accountant messed up some numbers. Girl, you can mess up as many numbers as you want. $15 billion.
I don't think anybody's gonna be.
15 billion.
Ain't nobody gonna be messing up that kind of Ain't nobody gonna be messing with those numbers.
Zeros. I'm sorry. If you're an accountant and you're messing up 15, girl, you deserve to be fired.
Girl, I don't know where you got your degree from, but honey, you need that shit taken away.
Yeah. You know what? When I've been to a mattress firm, I've never seen more than 5-6 people in the store. Max. That's max. It's always either.
That's just that's a lot for a mattress. Like, who's going to buy a mattress every fucking day, every fucking month?
Yeah, and then so there'd be so much demand. You're putting 4 stores to each other. They're all less than a mile away. Okay, it just doesn't make sense. Like, stores don't put the other stores of the same company that close next to each other. It literally hurts your business. It means you not care about the business. So it's literally like, okay, something sketchy is going on. I personally believe that something sketchy is going on. I don't know if it's money laundering. I don't know if the business is just dumb.
It's insane to think about, like, how they're so close together. Like, it just makes sense to say money laundering. It makes sense to say that stuff, but like at the same time, it could just be stupid.
Just to think that all this stuff. The evidence is there, girl. The evidence is there.
Evidence is there.
Yeah, they got receipts. They got pictures. There's more evidence. Really, there is.
But let's think about it. They are innocent until proven guilty.
True, that's G. They could literally just come out and be like, "Oh, you're not supposed to open stores next to each other," and everyone's like, no." So maybe they're just dumb. We don't know.
Okay, Mattress Firm, come on, speak out about it. Like, where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
Like, they're quiet.
There was supposed to be this interview on, like, I don't know what news. You know how NBC, CBS, girl. They're all the same.
They're all on that.
It's one of them.
They're literally same name,
different letters, just literally rearranged. So they reached out to Mattress Firm for a comment, and they declined to comment. They reached out to Mattress Firm for a statement, and they declined to comment.
Okay, that's sus. That's when they went from being sus to very sus.
It got so bad that they had to end up making a statement, being like, "Oh, we just lost $15 billion because of accounting irregularities, but we are not doing anything shady."
But that just makes them 10 times more suspicious. Like, saying that, like, girl, how are you gonna lose that much money? Like, who? Like, how? What is their net worth?
Girl, I know $15 billion for a mattress company. Damn, you even got that much money as a mattress company?
I don't even know.
Girl, McDonald's isn't even worth $15 billion. And girl,
Mattress Firm is worth $30.8 billion.
That's a lot of money for me to believe that it's a mattress company that made $3 billion off selling mattresses.
It's worth either $4 billion or.
So I think that this $15 billion is its market value. It's not money that it actually.
How much money did they lose?
This isn't money they lost. This is their market value. So the value of the company dropped by 62%, which is $15 billion. So it's not money they have. So, for example, they wanted to sell the company. It would be like that would be like what they're estimated at. So this is like, reducing that.
Isn't it all owned by one person?
I think they have whatchamacallit.
Like, because right here it says owned by Steinhoff.
Yeah, Steinhoff. Yeah. So I think they have shareholders, but you know what was really sus? Like, probably one of them.
Yeah.
I personally think is the most suspicious. That after all this went down and all this started coming out and they were like, "Oh, our market value went down. It's accounting irregularities, blah, 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 blah." 2 of the top, girl, we talking top. Like, they make decisions. Executives and chairmen resigned immediately.
Girl, listen. That went from suspicious to like.
And we're not saying immediately, like, acute
shady.
2 days later, or 1 day later. The second this stuff came out, they called their boss and they were like, "We're out. Like,
girl,
we're out."
Okay, I just want to say someone should be like, "Hey, yo, can we can you guys be anonymous and like just talk. Like, we need someone from Mattress Firm to talk. Like,
I don't want to get a job at Mattress Firm and just be like, what the fuck is going on?
I
want to know.
Honestly, like, why doesn't someone just get a job there and just, like, you know, like, just try to
I think that the employees don't even know. I feel like it's just the behind the scenes, like, you know.
I think,
but yeah.
Or it could be like all like the people like on top, like the most important people. You know, like they're the ones just dragging everybody down.
Who thought that there would be so much tea behind Mattress Firm? Like, that is the last story. Like, I think that was a good, like, if you are gonna do money laundering, pick the most boring store. Mattress Firm. It makes so much sense. No one would blink an eye seeing a Mattress Firm.
Girl,
no, you know, if you
imagine buying a whole mattress and finding drugs in that, like.
Please.
If Mattress Firm makes it a commercial, it should have something to do with money laundering.
They're like washing their mattresses. It's like a metaphor for like money laundering. Could you imagine you sleeping on your new mattress? It has like drugs under it.
Do you guys need your mattresses cleaned? Welcome.
Bye. Oh my.
Wait, do you guys want clean mattresses? Bye.
Because the way you're about to get them in so much trouble.
It's the way that they're about to come for this whole podcast for you.
They're about to come for Young and Curious, you guys. But yeah, I mean, that's the tea. Those are our conspiracy theories. We really gave you guys what you wanted. We gave you guys everything.
We gave you guys we gave you guys everything. We gave you guys love. We gave you guys luxury. We gave you guys Prada. We gave you guys.
Girl, go to bed. Go to bed. The last segment of today's episode. What's your jam? What are you jamming to? What are you bopping to? What are you listening to right now?
I'm bopping to Leave Someday.
Bye.
Have you never heard that song?
I might have heard it. I don't really know the name.
Leave Someday by Kevo Mooney. I don't know how to say his last name, so I could have totally butchered that. But it is my absolute favorite song right now. I don't know why.
I heard it before.
Actually, wait. I think we should be good cousins. I'm listening to Amends by Moon.
Good. Bye, Raneem. Stream Amends by Moon on iTunes.
On iTunes. On
Spotify. On literally every streaming platform. You guys, shout out my brother's music. It's really good. You guys will
We are such good
beings. No, listen. Okay. No, I listened to it. I was like, oh my god, he made a song. He's going to be a SoundCloud rapper. Guys, it was so good.
It was really
it's coming
good.
from me. Mind you, listen, this is my brother. I have no reason to hype him up. I'm here to tear them down. That is my life goal. That's my job, to tear my siblings down. I'm not even joking. I was like, this song is going to suck.
But this song, it was
immense.
So
I didn't listen to the second one because I literally heard about all this today, you guys. But guys, Amends, it's a good song. Amends by Moon on iTunes, on Apple Music, Spotify.
Listen to it. Trust me, listen to
so
it. If you like rap, listen to it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's giving Drake. It gave
Drake. Is your jam, Mo? That was probably so loud.
So my jam is Make Me Cry by Pip Millet. I saw her on TikTok. I was scrolling through my For You page. There's this this account that like does like it'll just post like artists. And I heard the first verse of her song and downloaded it right on iTunes on Spotify. And
that's how good it was.
It was that I literally heard her voice like for the first bar, like the first verse, and for the song, I literally was like, her voice. It was the accent. It was the tone.
She was giving everything.
This song is from 2018, so it's a little bit old, but it gives. It's timeless. It's timeless.
Okay.
So Pip Millet, baby. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Pip Millet. Girl, I love you. If you're listening, you're not, but if you are,
we love you.
Keep doing it. So. Is the sad part of the podcast? No.
It's time.
We had so much fun today, you guys.
We really did.
What did you learn?
I learned about conspiracy theories.
I think that I learned that you got to be careful in this world because people will take anything. They will take anything, girl, and they will run with it. They will run. Be careful.
Learn that. Some mattress firms could be washing money. They could be selling drugs.
And don't go to Alaska when they live in the Alaskan mountains and they got a facility, girl. They control your mind.
Don't trust a girl named Jessie.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Our podcast comes out every other Monday. Be sure to hit that follow or subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Thanks for tuning in to
Young and Curious.
Bye, guys.